My bad, that was a bit of a late delay. Happy last week Halloween spooks. It's getting spoopy up in here. And me without my gamer subs. Hope y'all having a good weekend, though. I had a major sleep day. I was super happy about. I hope I at least look rested. If I don't, then apologies. That's just a resting bitch face kind of deal. But we're back. I'm clicking wrong tabs. Back for another big project weekend. One of the final two, we're doing a cape. And I'll chat a little bit about some cute things that have happened during my tabletop time. What the heck am I gonna color this thing? After all that, and I still haven't figured out what exactly I'm gonna color. I think what I am gonna do first off is hit it with some white. And also make sure to manage my paints. I've been using a lot more paint than I care to admit these past couple days, just doing more models, and I feel like I've been burning through a lot. I have to hold this thing with a purpose. There we go. Kinda can't. Is that too bright? I think too bright from the settings I have. Gosh darn it. Where is it? Is it this one? No. I think it's a gain. I think you need to bring the gain down. There we go. It's not that right anymore. Rough. Woof and all such things. You know what actually might be very helpful for this whole scenario? I should bring the, I was gonna say jetpack, the power pack. So I can get an idea of where I put the light. Oh, did you break? Oh, don't do that, come on. I was hoping the vibration would save it. Nah, that's broken. Bastard. Hey. Can't have diddly. Can't have squat. Well, that doesn't help. Alright, so we got the highlighted light areas. Might as well grab the pack. And I have it chasing like that. Okay. It is helpful. Got it. And I even have a little thing to help me. Go. Is there no way I could just... You know what I could do? I could drill a hole in there. Because then it just fucks up, because I'm just grabbing it with my freaking mitts. It's probably what I'm gonna have to do. I should just keep pre-drilling my pieces that I stick onto cork. That way it just stays on. Okay. That should work. Where's that cork? Okay. It should harden up relatively quickly, so we can just touch up the power pack in the meantime. Okay. Let that harden. In the meantime, we tackle the pack. Because I think it can add a little bit more color to it. I'm just gonna have to grab the... Been making this emerald green the star of everything. Sure, I have elbow room. I'm also gonna need the yellow, bluff, browns, and that's not the brown I used actually, is it? Where is that you? What is this? That's Deathclaw. Was it Doom Bull? Probably was Doom Bull, and I'm just forgetting. Oh, it might have been Mournfang, actually. Also realized I'm gonna need to bring up my reference images. Kind of green tatters. It is, okay. Alright. Yeah, it's kind of been the generic thing for green on the cape. Alright. You're a simple man. Lion, I like it. No need to complicate things. I might have had a different brown this time around when I did the Iron Halo. I also think I kind of half-assed it. Probably was tired by the end of that stream. Lighting doesn't very much help. I gotta fix this damn camera. Is it auto focusing? Maybe is that why? Is that why it's fucking around? You auto focusing? No. This maybe? Ah, that's why it's fucking around. The auto balance. I see now. There we go. Now it shouldn't change up. Yeah, I think the mixture I used last time was not nearly as good. Let's see. No, I like this yellow up more. Yeah, that's a better. Yeah, that's much better. Just a little bit of a cleanup. Now I need whites that I just put away. There we go. we go. This just needs a little bit of a tweak. That gold effect flare. Hey, Pixie, how you doing? Happy Spooktober. Not much. Doing some touch up on the power pack for the line because had a little accident on the cork holder, so stuck here for a bit. While that sorts itself out. Best time of the year. I don't know if I have a fun time of the year anymore. I think it's probably October and November now for me. I enjoy it. Simple times. It's the start of the I like to call it the comfy season because it gets colder and everyone kind of just stays inside. October. But while we are waiting, I did promise some tabletop stories for today while we were working because, one, I've been going back, watching my VODs, realizing I tend to just go silent. And though I know that lets out an air of concentration, it does leave me in an awkward position because people might just come in and, you know, it's a little bit of a traffic play on my part. So, but I think it also reminds me to keep active with the chat. It also reminds me to keep looking at the actual like chat crawl. We have something called Guy Fawkes Night where we set off loads of fireworks to remember 4 guys who tried to blow up Parliament. 5th of November, so we get Halloween and then fireworks. Sounds awesome, honestly. Yeah, October's a fun time. I like the leaves. I like the change up. Mixed match of scenery. You know what else I love? The comfort food. That's another good one. That is a sick, nasty, guilty pleasure. Hey, it's a little bit better on the green. And we burn a guy. I would have loved it way more if you just stopped it at we burn a guy. Just straight up, yeah, we just set a guy on fire. Hell yeah. Fawkes Night. But it'd be like the certain type of guy who's like way into it. He's also there for Fawkes Night. Nope. Well, that's the reason I had to explain. think it's higher, but honestly, it's going to work at the same in high summer as in autumn. Ah, I see. Trying desperately not to touch the damn pack. There we go. That should be good. Like in Wicker Man. Yeah, some guy just got off the plane to England. We told him, yeah, we'd be celebrating Fox Night. And he's like, what's that? So we gave him the full experience. It'd be rude otherwise. Oh, apologies. I needed a quick sip of the Go juice. Are you hard enough to begin working on? Up close and personal is wild. Yeah, just stand right in it. What is this? Something chipping off? What is this? What are you? I don't think anything chipped off. Probably something from the yellow. Alright, cape time. Cry time, if you will. I'm gonna need the bluff. Not yet, actually, since that's the inside of the cape. As for the lion fur, I never got around to it. Or kind of really, we check the bonfires for hedgehogs and remove them before we burn the guy. That's important, though. You should always check for hedgehogs. Note to self, kids. Make sure you always check the area for surrounding animals before you set alight your fox guy. Slightly twitchy. I'll see if I can make it work. Just gotta be a little bit more gentler than usual. Oh yeah, story time. I immediately forgot. But I thought to myself, why not divulge some tabletop stories? And I think I'd start off with a simple one, which was like, what was my first ever tabletop game? That being back in 9th edition, or like the tail end of 9th edition. When I was just getting started in the Grey Knight hemisphere, with a few Terminators and Strike Marines to my name. I also get to talk about my my game guru, the guy who taught me, Johnny. Very nice guy. Not in my first game, though. He did bring, it was 9th edition Tyranids at the time, which was Crusher Stampede. And, safe to say, I lost by turn 3. Kind of because he was playing like a non-meta list. Running like a Tyrannifex with a giant Venom Cannon. And everything else was kind of just swarm nids. But yeah, my first experience was getting stampeded into the ground. I still remember what was my plays that I made. I ran, I was running down, completely ignoring my back line. Like, I just completely left the deployment zone, nothing in the back. He, like, deep struck, he deep struck something for free. But what was it? Had an entire squad of, zoanthropes that were being led. And, what is it? I was running a librarian at the time, doing all these smites. And then when he proceeded to his psychic phase, the following turn, he smited my librarian on, I think, what was it, like a 16? Because of the modifier that the psychic phase, the Tyranids, had. And I sat there going, oh, I can't even deny that. Yeah, to anyone wondering what 9th edition was, there was a time when people, when they casted psychic powers, if you were Tyranids and you took the right enhancements, you could smite on 3 dice. And if you went over the threshold, it just meant you couldn't be denied unless it was a specific ability that allowed you to deny on a number. And so he smote, is that the correct term? He smote my librarian for, I think, 8 damage. And just vaporized him off the board. Zoanthropes, yeah. I suddenly have Space Marine 2 PTSD for some reason. And then that following turn, I charged in a group of interceptors. I charged in interceptors to his Tyrannifex to stop him from shooting shit. And to be fair, that was a good play, because it did stop the Tyrannifex from shooting shit for like 2 turns. Because it didn't really have scary melee, so it couldn't completely wipe those guys off the board. Here's where mine is from. But then after that, it was kind of just plinked to death, because I didn't have any points, he was scoring normal objectives. And I was taught very early the importance of honing your backline and screening. I didn't do it. I still didn't get the concept until, like, several games later. Now I do it religiously, because I've been, like, forced to. Because if you don't screen, you kind of just lose the game. Getting numb in my hands already. God, what was another... There was another game that happened that same week, because I was super upset that I lost. Not upset at John, I was just upset at myself, because I was like, God, I suck. How did I not see that? Just being super hard on yourself. But I went back for a following game. And I gotta check something. Oh, good. But a following game, I then played against another buddy Brent, who God, he was playing recently made Chaos Space Marines, and he did Iron Warriors, and I ran my Grey Knights at that. Oh, no, it was Space Wolves. It wasn't Iron Warriors yet. Iron Warriors was later. It was a Space Wolves. I have him in I have his context saved as Space Wolf Brent, and he was running Logan and everything with the giant Santa Claus sleigh. I did better that game, but I still lost, unfortunately, because I just did not understand the power of Space Marines. God, what a sentence to say now, 9th edition Space Wolves. When they were still Codex compliant. Now they're 10th edition and you got all these crazy shenanigans. But yeah, he was also the guy who got me, gave me my head start in Imperial Fists. He had a little confession. The Imperial Fists are not entirely mine, but the startup, I eventually added in enough to, I think, what is it? Around 1,200 points are mine. Another 2,000, or no, it was like 1,500 are from my buddy Brent. And I learned the art style he used for them. I've been tweaking it ever since. And it's been super... It's been on its way then. I recently showed him some of the finished models that I did with the army. He's like, dude, they look awesome. Made me very happy. Because I have been just trying to paint non-stop and just upping the ante every single time. Just recently I showed him the Gravis Captain we recently worked on with that face that only a mother could love. And then he introduced me to, I said after that he introduced me to, I call him, what is it, World Eater James? And he told me of the horror stories he performed with the Grey Knights back in, I think, when they released, like, 7th edition. And I sat there in awe, listening to this man drop every single one of his units, like, turn 3. And he said he looked at his opponents and said, cool, you now have to table me or I win the game. Because they were just that strong back then. And I had no idea. They were still, like, pretty balanced as far as 9th edition went. I think now is the time to switch over. It's not that green, which is fascinating. Well, then again, it's emerald. Not necessarily... It's like a darkish green. Did I have a game against James that time? I did not. I had it later. It wasn't against his World Eaters though. I think at the time he was playing Dark Angels. And I ran up into his Dark Angels trying to fight the mid-board. And I lost that game, unfortunately. I don't think... What is it? I think my record with Grey Knights is 3-8. 3-8, 3-9. I've lost a lot. That army is very tricky to properly get a grip on. And then 10th edition rolled around and I was just racking up loss after loss. Until I didn't. And I won one. And it was against Dark Angels. And I won on points, as the Emperor designed. That was a crazy day. Necromunda, and that was in 1998. I just love building and painting them, and the stories. Play some of the games as well. Mechanicus is probably the nearest to the tabletop I've played so far. I've heard Mechanicus is good. I'll have to play it. I have it saved up in the Steam. I have a lot of 40k games saved up in the Steam library only because I'm doing I'm doing some little video essays on them. I'm probably gonna start including you guys on that around next week. Try and make Tuesday the game day again, because I know I changed it to a paint day because of the massive amounts of pile of shame I had. But I'm starting to tackle it in my own way, so it's looking alright. Uh-oh. Was that a fuck up there? Oh, it's too wet. That makes more sense. Like, what the hell happened to the paint? It's like smooshing. He's smooshing on me. Alright. No clue there. Let me go on sale. It'd be rude not to. I believe I still have. I'll double check. I believe I still have it though. Where are you, Steam? I sort of exited you because you're raking. Warhammer. Yeah, I got a crap ton of them. What is that? Oh. Well, I just found my number, 40. 40 is the number of Warhammer games I have. I feel like a couple of those are fantasy, though, but a lot of it is 40k. I have half a combat patrol of Necrons and a pack of intercessors that I'm going to Carcharodon. And a Dreadnought that my 6-year-old nagged me into buying. He likes yellow, will probably be a fist. Dude, you could just man up and make it a Lamenter Dreadnought. And paint a checkerboard. Want me to add mine up? I have 26 in all and 40k. Yikes. We're gonna pause that. I don't need you breaking my, my thing. You could just look your 6-year-old in the eye and just go, you want to see something that's crazy? You're about to see a checkerboard. And as you paint it, you just watch his eyes glow up. Just sitting there going, oh my god. Everyone just shut up, he's a psychopath. Yeah, that's better, like that. Green. Green, green, green. Just as bad as yellow sometimes. No fists and lamenters that are yellow. Space Wolves have yellow pauldrons, so that is a lazy way out. There aren't many chapters that spec into yellow. Let me see. Let us see what chapters are yellow. Chapters that have yellow. Not that, not that. Well, they got picks, let's go. Nope, nope, nope. Fuck off. Nope, nope, nope. Oh. There's one called the Angels of Penance that look like just a subchapter of the Imperial Fists. I don't believe they are, though. I'm not sure if Lamenters would have a Dreadnought or not because they're still in the naughty corner from that war. An Ultramarines offshoot that do, but did not delete it so much. A bunch of goldfish ones. There's a lot of goldfish. Sides of the Emperor does a bit of goldfish. Angels of Vigilance. So we have the Angels of Vengeance, the Angels of Vigilance, the Imperial Fists, the Lamenters. The Auric Partitions? What are these names? I don't know if that's actually yellow. That looks more gold now that I look at it. Oh, there's so many. At least so many, like, chapters. The Brazen Minotaurs, that's golden. Bringers of Judgment is gold. Celestial Lions is gold. It's way more gold than there is yellow. You could do the Crimson Guard. They're half yellow, half red. Enforcing the yellow rule is my excuse to buy more baits. Oh, the, it's not the Nemean Lions, it's something else. I know which Ultramarine one you're talking about, too. Aw, dude. You could do the Doom Warriors. It is full, yeah. You could confuse them for Imperial Fists if it wasn't for the, if it wasn't for the frickin'... Look at these guys. Hold on, I'll swap the live scene. Look at these goobers. Doom Warriors are incapable of true sleep, which makes them moody. You could make a moody Dreadnought. Just like they bring the Dreadnought around, just like, oh, fuck, I gotta get the hell up again. Anti-sleep bastards. Let me rest, damn it! Stop rummaging through my things! Ooh, tinfoil hat moment. Do you think since they're part of an unknown founding, it could have been one of the doomed Primarchs, and that Primarch probably could have suffered from insomnia from what he saw? Maybe like the Dark Gods got to him. And like when they found him, he was stark-raving mad because he couldn't sleep. And he was like, just kill me! Just get it over with! Get me out! Dude, I'm creating chapter lore for anyone who wants to take notes now. You can use these guys, I'm not using them. Rolling through the hall. Oh, I don't believe it. Look at what they've done now. Back in my day, we had respect. Respect, I tell you! These darn kids. The Mechanicus are working on the hangar above, and he's just found banging on the lower tiles. Turn it down! A cranky grandpa will always be funny. Stream elements, how the hell are you putting that? Have you been putting that in? Is your timer, like, immediate? Or fully needing a nap, but just unable to. I don't understand stream elements. Why all of a sudden? You always go on at the most random times. I expect you to always be on, but you refuse. Alright. Hold it. Hold. Hold! There we go. Does what it wants, you can't tell it what to do. It's a sovereign citizen and exempt from the laws of the land. The sovereign citizens. What a lovely bunch of people, is the word I'll use. There are other words, but, people works just as well. Hey, Jason, how you doing? Thank you for stopping by. I'm doing good. How about you? Are you enjoying this lovely Orktober, as the rest of us? Yeah. Oh my god, chat. It just reminded me a little bit back to story time, but, fucking something that gave me a little bit of a painter chub, dude. I legitimately got complimented by a stranger on my paint job. Guy stopped by at a table I was playing at for tournament practice. That's another story I'll get into, but stopped by, he actually picked up a model like I would have done for other people, and he was like, dude, these fists are looking good. And little heartbeat skip. I was like, oh my god, is this what it feels like? Dude, the pain pays off, man. It's kind of like a movie star feeling. it got me ramped up. I was like, oh my god, I gotta keep it up. I gotta expand the repertoire. Seems I use Discord. Yeah, there's a little, you'll find the little deer guy who's just painting at his little stump. If you click that image, that should give you a little invite to the Discord. A little bit small, but we post memes, and I encourage the chatting of hobby talk, little hobby picks section. Nice little fun place. Yeah, it was super awesome. I felt ecstatic. And then I helped some kids practice 40k, which actually leads me into the next couple stories. It's mostly whenever I tell a story, it's either going to be jumping to recent or super old. Make sure I get this correct. I don't want to mess it up. Give me this, please. I need a mixture. I need layers. Layers are important. There we go. It's going good. Outside's going good. I still have not decided what the color should be for the fur. So we'll cross that basket when we get to it. So if you don't see it right here, there's like a skinned portion of a lion, or some beast of burden. And then it connects to this little lion head that's going to be golden. I assume that's the aesthetic. Also, apologies, ad break in about 3 seconds for anyone who doesn't have an ad blocker or subbed. Is it the same username? Yeah. Should be no changes there. Alright, I need to decide. Do I want to go a classic lion? I guess I should, right? Since I've been keeping relatively similar to what I've been painting. You could do a super pale honey base and then dry brush some back over it? Oh, dry brush some black over it. Oh. Do I know how to make that color? Do I possess the Minecraft recipe to do pale honey? Present me this pale honey. Drool starts to drip. I think I can make that if I mix the buff and Uriel, maybe? Pixie Logic teaching me a new Minecraft recipe. Let's go. Hey, welcome all back from the ad break. I apologize for that. But luckily, I'm able to make them 30 seconds, so you guys aren't gone for too long. But we're just chatting about the fur contents. I'll I'll send you a friend request right now. Gonna be honest with you, man. I don't accept friend requests easily, but I'll hear it out this one time. I'll see what you're looking for. I don't see anything. Make mine short as well. I have confidence in that they aren't super invasive now. That's what I like to think. I don't know. They still keep the pre-roll ads on, which is bullshit. Because unless you give it to them, they don't disable it. Or unless you put it to, like, every hour, there's a 3-minute one, I think. My eyes. My eyes. I'm dying. I'm dying. Yeah, Jason, I don't see a friend request, brother. I apologize on that matter. If it doesn't work, let me check. Does it not work? Duplicate that tab. Little bit of a excursion to the channel page. If it doesn't work, that's super upsetting. Make sure to mute myself. Let me see. No, it works. That's good, okay. Glad I checked it at least. Boom. Boom. So that's at least good to know. I do a 5-minute buffer at the start of the stream. That's what I tend to do too. It's usually a 5 or 4-minute buffer for me. How do I figure out which shades to... I'm gonna be honest with you, and it's a pretty shitty explanation. It's like 50% a gut feeling and 50% of I usually take a green that I've used for the base, and then I just brighten it up with another color of that same range, or I just throw white into it, or I mix all three of them. It's usually 1 to 2 colors if you're looking to shade. I've enjoyed adopting the mantra of KISS, which is just keep it simple. Alright. And it has been doing wonders for me. It's actually a useful answer? I'm shocked. I've never usually been the knowledge guy. Super dry this. Nope, not that dry. Let's see if I can't get it at specific points. Kind of sucks when I'm trying to focus on what I'm painting too, because I sometimes go a little bit like a sniper scope. I tend to go a little bit out of focus. Well, you often get just practice, which yes, true, but there must be a starting pace, so to keep it in range of shades is just lighting your base. Huh. It mostly just always felt like a gut feeling, I guess. I guess that's how most people feel about it, though. I don't know. It's hard to explain it half the time, and it feels bad that I can't explain it. Because some people will just look at you and go, well, how did you do it? It's like, I don't fucking know, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sure people more accelerated in the craft have a way more base answer for it. You know what I can do, which I don't have, is I could grab rubber? No, give me Formula P3. I need to keep this pale honey open so I remember it. Open. So if I take that, I take some of this. Let me see. I think I got it. That might be. It might be, or I might need a little bit more. Hold on. You help me out, chat. You tell me if this looks like some pale honey. Hard to tell from the gigantic sun that's beaming down on my hand, but hopefully you can see it well enough. Does that look like some pale honey to you? Feels like I'm painting custard. Pink tones and yellow tones and a hint of brown, so I guess it's a flesh tone of yellow might work. Maybe some white? Oh, yeah. The white did help a bit. It does bring it out higher. Huh. Yeah, I think that's our honeydew. Is that how that meme channel? Has anyone in here seen that meme channel? I loved watching that thing. It was like a Morgan Freeman ripoff. But oh my god, it was so funny. And the way he would say honeydew was fantastic. I believe that episode had something to do with bees. As the bees gather around and collect the honeydew. I think you might also know the one he did about spiders. Like the different types of web building spiders. Oh my god, I don't know. Is that cape or is it fur? That's fur right there. Makeup shiz is where I got that from. It's definitely a thing. I don't recall what the actual YouTube channel is, unfortunately. We're getting to the underneath of the cape soon. Also gotta remember to color those little toe beans. And this buff really doesn't help. Like an actual kitties. I don't think lions have pink toe beans though. Google, show me toe beans. No, they don't. They're actually quite dark, which I think is like a standard for big cats. Yeah, because they're big cats, they're different. Let me look at a, is it the snow, right? Oh no, it's the snow leopard where it's cut off? Which one is the fucking... No, snow leopard has that. Snow leopard... What am I thinking? What's the cat I'm thinking of? I don't think it's part of the big cat family, though. I can also guess cheetahs, but I think those are big black as well. Cheetah paws. Ocelot? I don't think it's an ocelot. It might just be a snow leopard. But I was thinking of a large. I think it's the animal that Tai Lung is from Kung Fu Panda. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's the cat I'm thinking of. Ocelots actually have pink toe beans, so that is a big difference there. It looks like most big cats have blackish toe beans. Which, you know what? They might have... I don't know too much about animals. But, that might just be how the callus builds up, because they might start off with pink toe beans, and they just build up a callus. And that's just what it is. Now I have 3 different question selections of Google showing me feline paws. And I think lion tail is... Well, not the flower, but I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a bit darker. The first selection, or the first result. I typed in tail and you give me lion's ear? Why? What's the purpose? It's a beautiful flower, but why? I got sniffles. Shit. That's our color for the tail. Are they dark like the paw pads? Yeah, that's what it looks like. So essentially, where's the black? You go in, take a little bit of a dark brown. You throw in a little bit more black, and you get something like this. But black by the tuft. Yeah, I made sure to keep it like that for the tuft. I'm actually going to give it this. A little bit of wet blending. Cover that up relatively easily. I need something with a bit more punch, so I'm going to do this pale honey a little bit differently. That. It's a little bit too light for the means of basing. So, we give it a little bit of a thicker body. The fur. I can't tell. Don't believe it's. Well, that's cape right there. Oh, that might actually be further. I might have messed up a bit. Damn it. Yeah, I did mess up a bit. Okay. So that is fur. be a little bit challenging. You know what? I can use the new tiny boy that I've had a wonderful time with. Poof. Look at that tiny boy. Here to save the day. There we go. There we go. Good basing. Okay, so what I can do is I can have the honey be highlighted on now that I have the base. I'm appreciating the pads. Thank you. Well, actually, no, I can't take credit for that. That's God. Or nature, or whatever created the cat blueprint. Go. Cloak is looking good. Can start to give a bit of appreciation to the cave outlining. Hold on. There we go. Is it golden? I'll make it golden. Yeah, I'll make it golden. Why not? while I'm in the middle of this, I can kind of go back to some more tabletop stories to share. And I suppose I can talk about the most recent one, which was when I assisted some new fellas to the game. If anyone does not prefer casual modern, or I guess up-to-date modern youth vernacular, I guess you can click away. But story begins a little bit yesterday, because I was meeting my doubles tournament partner for tomorrow. I was meeting him for a practice game. Went through a practice game all fine. I had to fight Chaos Knights though, so that did suck, but it gave me a little bit of perspective on what's good for killing and taking care of stuff that big. But afterwards, these two youths came up to us and asked, "Hey, is this table free?" And I said, "Yes." Game wasn't too long. Buddy of mine has to leave, etc., etc. And they were new to 40k, and they asked me, "Hey, do you think you could play a game with us 2v1 because we want to play our armies?" And I said, "Alright, no problem. I'll just make a full list to compensate." And what was it? We set it up, get everything ready. This entire time, I am privy to hear them get super excited about showing their armies. They also start giving me army lore, which I thought was very cute and funny. Had to answer a question, my bad. But, what was it? Yeah, they were talking about their army lore and such. One of them was playing Tau, another one was playing Blood Angels. And they were super... what's the word I say? Super energetic, I guess. I say that now, that's probably just how all kids are. They just have excess energy to burn. And they have to do it in whatever way possible. All the meanwhile, they're just making numerous 40k meme jokes, is the word. But it was like every meme you could conceive under the sun. Just lurking for a little? You do your lurking. But it was every 40k meme under the sun. And I'm sitting there thinking, wait, have I finally experienced the, I wouldn't say it was a that guy moment, but just the moment of someone getting super duper excited for their 40k shenanigans. And I don't think I'll ever forget this for the rest of my life as we're going through the game. And they're looking to see what they can kill. And they're able to get one of the Eliminator squads I'd left out in the open. Dumped a lot of fire to kill them too, which was funny. But what was it? The Blood Angels player was thinking of charging something. And he couldn't quite land it because I think he was just out of range and couldn't do it. What's going on? Sorry about that. What was I saying? Why am I so sniffly today? I forgot where I was. Where was I? Right. Story-wise. Was I set up the board? Oh, he was about to make a, trying to make a charge move, couldn't make it. And the words that left his mouth afterwards will stay with me forever. What was it? But I want to charge the enemy so I can riz up the Emperor, I think is what I heard. And I'm not gonna lie to you, that stopped me dead in my tracks. And I waited around to see if he would say something similar again, and he did. Because he uttered again the words, I want to charge so I can riz up the Emperor, and I think if I hadn't contained myself, that would have been the hardest I would have laughed in a good while. And that sentence will stay with me for the end of time, and I think I will be using that at my next tabletop gaming. Bro, come on, you gotta get into charge range for me. I'm trying to riz up my Emperor, dude. It was so hard. It was so hard to hear Gen Z vernacular at my tabletop game, because I could not stop internally grinning. I was like fidgeting in my little seat. They were doing it all, dude. It was so funny. Oh my god. I think if any other old head of Warhammer had heard that, he probably would have had a stroke then and there. A genuine, like, heart palpitation. I'm trying to charge in. I'm trying to riz up the Emperor. Oh god, the whole 9 yards, it was hilarious. They were, they were super over dramatic anytime something died. On either side. What is it? They would pray for dice rolls. One of them, I think, had a Yahtzee roller, which I thought was crazy work. I think it was the Tau player who had the Yahtzee roller. I shit you not. It was a Yahtzee roller. That little, like a version of the cup where you put the dice in, shake, and come out. I gotta be honest with you, though. It was interesting watching that roll because that Yahtzee roller rolled a lot of sixes. It rolls a lot of sixes. I might have to purchase my own little Yahtzee cup to see if that works. Because if it does, I can't tell if that's cheating or not. It rolled an obscene amount of sixes. This was the Tau player, by the way. The kid was playing Tau. Like, if he knew how his army rule worked, I probably would have lost my 7-man Hellblaster squad first turn. It was crazy how many 6s he got. It was wild. I think, like, one shooting, thing, he had, like, 7 pulse rifle shots, and, like, 5 out of the 7 shots were 6s. I kept standing there going, I was like, is that thing fucking rigged? Does he have top-down dice? What is happening? I don't know, that kid might have just been having a lucky night. I thought it was the craziest shit. I just don't know what could have prompted. Get those to flow into the crevasse. So it's not one just blanket thing. I hope those guys come back. That was too funny. I just painted my camera again. I want to see what it's like when they have a full army, because they both didn't have full armies. And they were kind of just banking off of each other. It was really fun being the teacher in that situation. And, like, explaining how certain rules worked. I even got one of them wrong. I said go to ground, or, they activated go to ground. It was like, gets a 6-up feel no pain. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Until eventually I checked it, I was like, wait, no. It gives a 6-up invul, not a 6-up feel no pain. I was cheating myself. Can give the line a little bit of darker fur. And then, you know what we can do? We can go like this. Actually, no, it would make more sense to let that dry first. Let that dry first, and then I'll tackle it. Those claws. Are those claws I'm looking for? I'm trying to think. Any other embarrassing stories from me on the tabletop? That's kind of cool. Not gonna lie, seeing people enjoy a thing you like is always a good time. It was really good. Another of the shop goers came over to our table. Was hearing them talk about their plan out loud, or like what they wanted to do on the table out loud. He was checking out their models, checking out my models. And he looked over at me, and I had a bit of reprieve while they were away, so they couldn't see me, like, giggling to myself. And I looked at him and went, my legs hurt because I've been gaming all day, but there's joy in my heart. Like a completely random sentence. And when he heard them talking, I'm pretty sure he understood exactly what was happening. He was like, yeah, yeah, it's pretty funny. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, I wanted that. GW, how does Shatterpoint do better fur than you? It's just so annoying. Or I should say, why does the 40k fur department lack? That was good for the paw right there. There we go. Bum ba bum bum ba bum bum ba bum bum ba bum. There we go. Sorry, I got a little bit in the zone. Got a little bit excited. that. Yeah, line cleaned up nice. And then now, very light dashing of a white. Okay. Give a little bit more color to the paws. Little itty bitty paws. There we go. A little bit in here. Okay. There we go. We got definition across the paws. I think all that's left on the top now is The pauldrons. Ay. So don't need to pale honey anymore. There we go. It's looking so good, thank you. You know what I can do? I can water this down a bit. That puts me... Nah, it's too light. Too light, too light, too light. Carefully. I want to go over it again after these have been filled in. That'll cover that. Has it been 2 hours already? It has been 2 hours. I just got a bleep on my thing. Time to brighten up the golden straps. Eh, let that dry then. While I wait for things to dry, might as well prep the other stuff. Dude, I keep getting paint on my camera. I just keep forgetting it's there. Hey guys, welcome back from the ad break. Kind of forgot I also have to paint this as part of the armor. That at least. That might be a little bit too bright. There we go. Damn. All right. Yeah, I unfortunately just have to get into the green that's there. Damn, numbness of fingers isn't helping either. Give a second to stretch out at least. Need to be extra careful. Oh, out of my hand. You have a brief BF6, and nah, dude. From what I heard, BF6 is very fun, but those challenges are a nightmare. If you need to do challenges, go do challenges, man. I honestly think after I'm done with stream today, I'm gonna play more, for some reason, I've been replaying a lot of my old games, and I recently got into a new game of, I started to replay, KOTOR 1, and I've been having a blast doing bullshit builds. Bullshit as in they appear garbage. Like, for example, the game really introspects you to play as a normal guy and then a Jedi. I'm gonna see if I can go through the whole game without really upgrading my Jedi side. And just using it to upgrade the crap out of my, trooper. I need more brief. Yeah, I'm out of paints. This is the first Battlefield I've ever played. I'm pretty trash, but I'm doing okay playing as a medic and running about with my boopy pads. Yeah, from what I've heard, the supports are doing very well, just healing the crap out of everyone. I probably will be playing the support and swapping between that and recon because I also like sniping. Assault is kind of whatever for me, and engineer I'm not that crazy into machines as I am being like a medic. I'll say this, the game looks at least 10 times better than 2042 did. That thing was a fucking nightmare. Sad part is I can't even refund that game anymore. I like the idea of sniping. Sometimes I play engineer on the long maps with not much cover for rezzing people. Because I can hold my little torch. Surprisingly, that's what a lot of people have been doing to upgrade their engineers, is they just stick to one tank, and just every time it takes damage, they heal it to finish up one of those challenges. I probably should have done the inside earlier. I went full ham onto the back, trying to do one side at a time, but I probably just should have gotten the basing out of the way, because the basing for this hide is very difficult. I probably should have also, should have dry brushed white in here as well. I think it should be fine, though. also got 2042 on my PS4, but then heard it was so bad it just never did. The problem was the problem with 2042 was it was really trying to ape other games, which is kind of what Battlefield 6 is doing now, but it was doing it way harder. The operators were weird. Gun reg was terrible. It really became a battle of who spammed their shit the fastest, and it at the end of the day just did not become fun that way. And surprise, surprise, they brought back the old Battlefield formula, and everyone was like, yes, this is Battlefield. I can't believe it. I'm having fun again. A lot of the times, the big IPs now are chasing fads rather than giving something fun. Like the new Halo releases that are coming out, which I'm still griping about because I think it's super stupid that that's what we're getting instead of something like a new story. I think it's just crazy that we're remastering Halo 1 again. Mark my words, I feel like the Halo series now is going to get the Skyrim treatment, where they just keep remastering 1, 2, and 3. I'm in a Space Marine 2 Discord group, and they said if you get the chance, pick up 1, and it was 7 unloaded, so I got that too. Yeah, Space Marine 1 is very fun. You really can't get people to play the multiplayer, but the single player is very fun, and you can mod the shit out of it to where your Marine looks like something from the Death Watch, Chaos, so on and so forth. Oh, Battlefield 1. Yeah, Battlefield 1 is good. My bad. I thought you meant Space Marine 1 because of the grouping. Battlefield 1 I actually had a lot of fun with. I loved the World War I setting. I enjoyed not really sniping, I just enjoy bolt action rifles are very satisfying, in my opinion. The immediate fire and then the cockback mechanism just feels so satisfying. Fuck. Alright. Damn vibration. There we go. Okay. Now to clean that crap up. I need to get the vehicles pack if I can. It sucks you still have to buy the packs. I think one of the versions gave a bunch of packs for free, but you probably still have to buy more, which is stupid. Battlefield 1, I think, is like super old now, too. How old is Battlefield 1? God, I remember playing the beta for that. Nope. Oh, my bones! Okay, 10 years ago, right? Okay, my bones. Jesus. Oh, that's right. It was the same time around as Overwatch 1. Oh, my bones. Dude, that's not even the worst one. I remember playing the Halo Reach beta, and I think that game is coming up on it's coming up on like 15 years old, I think. Yeah, 2010. Oh my god. Yeah. 15 years ago. I remember my buddy gave me the ODST Halo 3 combo disc, and I still have it. It has that little slip that says, "Hey, look out for the Halo Reach beta." Crumbling in my jorts. ODSD is one of my guilty pleasures too. I know a lot of people did not like the perspective because you weren't playing a Spartan, but I love it way more because of that. Because think about it, if you in Warhammer games, at least 40k, think about it. If you constantly played as a Space Marine, it would get really boring really fast. Which is why it's fun that you get to play certain games as the Tau, the Tyranids, the Sisters of Battle, the Guard. In Darktide, it's super awesome that you play as like a Guard or an Ogryn or a Psyker. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I love my boys in power armor, but constantly playing as the boys in power armor would get very boring very fast. Usually playing Ogryn. Ogrins are super fun. I love being a Daka Ogryn. I love the twin what is it called again? It's the right, it's the heavy stubbers. The Inquisitor games as well. I also have to play Inquisitor. I have to play a lot of the non-Space Marine games. I apparently should also check out some of the fantasy games. I downloaded and played Total Warhammer 3 for a bit. Could not understand anything, and I think what is it? I paused on that for a bit. One, because it was an insane amount of disk space. I have to get another, or a bigger external hard drive. My favorite thing is The Rock. The Rock is awesome. Have I ever posted that meme? I don't think I have. Fucking... I had a whole screenshot saved. Do I still have it? I have to have it. I rarely delete photos. There it is. I'll post it in my thing and show it to you, chat. It's probably like an older form meme now, but definitely fucking. Oh, that's super funny. All right, need to find it in the screenshots and post it. If you like Darktide, just get Skaven Tide. Do that real quick. And then go to the table memes. I gotta fucking... There it is. It's saved. It's saved to the update, so that's perfect. Alright, where's the Discord? Hold on, I got you, chat. I was able to grab it real quick. There you go. There you go, chat. Whoa. Rock be upon ye. I fucking love this thing. I love his face, too. His face is hilarious. If you want that meme, just jump into that Discord real quick and steal it. Be on your way. Or take a screenshot now, I don't mind. I really liked when this meme surfaced. I thought it was super funny and had a multitude of uses. Yeah, let's swap. There we go. A little fun meme time for you. What is that? Oh. They're doing something. Oh, they're playing that. Okay. And they're going crazy on that. Sorry, organizing. That's my bad. I clicked away and grabbed the brush for no reason. Alright. What I can do here is simple because Dark Angels. Is this thing a, I can't tell. Oh, it is, yeah, okay. I don't know why, for some reason, I thought it said Escanor, and I'm like, wait a minute. Seven Deadly Sins, is that you? There you go, let that hard and give it the, handmade null oil treatment. There we go. That shoulder pad's done. Well, not done, but its main portion is taken care of, and I can just work on the armor at a leisurely pace. Little divots are so annoying. Jesus. Had to slip in, didn't you? Just to piss me off. is so nice of you. Hey. There we go. I'm sorry, what is that? Oh, the indignity. I cannot believe that was there. You can't tell what I did, but just to keep it clear, keep it 100. Dude, is there another one? There's no way. I'm losing my mind. No way. No, it's just a line left behind. Okay. Because there's a shadow line because there was a hair near the edge. I'm gonna take a couple coats, but we can do it. It's fine. God, that's infuriating. It's like, it's not bad enough I'm trying to be super careful, only to then go through and then find a damn hair. It makes you want to scream. It's either hair or one of those dust strings. Yeah, I might... So, let me get this straight. So, buff is AK? Yeah, I think in the future I need to make a note that AK might be my highlighting paints. Citadel and... what is this? War paint might be my basing. Oh no, I think it's... Why is buff... So, no, Emerald was the AK. Is just some AK better for... Is there a description? Hold on. That it's thinner? Because I know Citadel differentiates between base and lair. No dust strings. You know, you say that, and for some reason I doubt I'm not that far off. Vallejo. Vallejo's very good. It's honestly like a lot of the paints that you're able to buy are decent. It's just some of their products feel a little bit more watered down immediately than others. And you just have no way of telling. Which makes it a tad infuriating. Like, what is it? This, just had it. Like, at least with Army Painter, and they do speed paint, it's meant to be quick and immediately watered down. But it's like for AK, this is a thicker blend. Let's see, 3 gen? Is that the different thing? Hold on. Oh, yeah. No, that says 3rd generation as well. Well, let me see, 17 millimeter. That's the bottle, though. That's for transport. Acrylic colors, acrylic modeling colors. I have no fucking clue. AK paints. I mix Vallejo black and some Abaddon black. I have, and then it is epic, unless I'm using. To be honest, the best black. The only thing of that company that I have is a Formula P3 black. This thing is nuts. It's exactly like the Chaos Black primer in like a full base form. I can show it off here. They're just straight out of the pot. Look at this shit. It's like kanji ink. And with just like 2 strokes. And it's like full covering. You can even see it through this horrendous lighting. Yeah, so you check for it's Formula P3 Thamar Black. And this is the same pot I've had for a while. This thing does not go out fast. And funny enough, this is a little trick that I do. If you water down that Formula P3 enough, it works. Hold on, I think I have it still here. If you water it down thin enough, it also works as a pseudo null oil, which is what I did earlier on the Nemean hide. If you water it down thin enough, it becomes a pseudo null oil and can get into the grooves. Then if you run out of null oil, you might not have to get more. I think I got it down to a point where I watered it enough that it actually resembled old school null oil a bit. I could be wrong on that, but it was very close. Like, trying them out band for band, the Formula P3 was a bit thicker than old school null oil, but it was a very close resemblance. I think I give it like a 7 or 8 out of 10 on like the copycat scale kind of thing. I have a theory, and I'm wondering if I can cheat this. Because if it's the case that I could cheat this, it's gonna be really funny. I'll use All Reliable for this. Just the inside of the trim. Oh, it's not. It stops right there. Son of a biscuit. I had no idea. It stopped right there. That is my bad. Nini and Lion. Alright, moment of truth. I need to give it its base first. So I need a little bit more of that. And a little bit more of this. Firestorm Games have it, but it's on back order, but I'm tempted to get some of their other ones to try just based off that black. It's an interesting color. I've always been curious about the rest of it. I know my local hobby store has a whole rack full of them, so I might have to pick a couple of different ones up someday. Clicked my button. Damn snipples. My damn moustache. I've been debating what I want to do with this model. And for a little fun, I think I want to let it hang up in my local hobby store for about a month. Just so whenever I stop in and see it, probably pull it out after that and put it on the display case that I have for the display shelf. Kind of want to see my hobby in just a little official state and then probably just pull it. By that point, I'd probably have my fun. We'll see if my mood changes, though. Okay. You can since it's a local store and it would be your model, you can ask like, hey, could I put this up in the I don't know if it's also a what is it, like an auction case? I just know some of the guys keep their armies in there as well as sell models that are in there. I think I would just have to tell them, like, hey, just so you know, like, this isn't for sale. Alright, guys, moment of truth. If this works the way I want it to. We'll see. I'm going to use the dry brush. Bit of a hard bastard. Okay. Think I might be cheating. Might be cheating a little. There we go. Got it into the groove just like I needed. Oh, it's coming up good. It's coming up very good. And now... it is seduction. There's a new LGS. I apologize if I didn't see that far enough. I was getting invested. This is my town. They mainly have Pokemon and board games. I have 40k in there. I went and smushed my face against the window one day because they were closed. No made-up models or anything, but they do gaming night once a week. Pardon me. That sounds awesome. I think I would ask them what their thing is on tabletop gaming, if they do it or not. Dude, I got a gaming boner. Look at that lion. Let's go. Beady gold eyes. Yeah. Got the light coming this way, so cover this whole thing. Oh no, chat. My stomach's yelling at me. I haven't properly eaten anything in like almost 8 hours. I even thought about it too. I was like, I really should eat before I stream. No, I'll be fine. I can make it. And we're coming up to hour 3, yeah. My hubris. Good. Yeah, I would just keep it there. Yeah. Mark it right there. There we go. Can't see. Give me this, actually. Water this down again. I have an idea. That's better. Not much bubbles. All right. We throw in this. A little darker on the bottom. Can chill and let it dry. Here's our little L. Johnson thing. Oh boy, we got an ad. Incoming. Alright. I'm actually going to take this time. We're at about the 3-hour mark. gonna take a break. Come back in 5. I'm going to leave my PC on lurk, but I need to go and sleep. It's 1:30 for me. Jesus. Go to bed, Pixie. And thank you for lurking. Alright, quick 5 minutes. Alright, intermission over. I did say intermission over. I might not have much longer because I do have to head to bed so I can get up for the tournament tomorrow. So, I think a good pause point. We're actually very close to finishing, but I don't know if I'll get it to the point where I want it to be. gonna be a point of contention. You know what wouldn't be a terrible idea? Hold on. The boy's got a weird little idea. Need to bring life back into that. Emerald forest green. There we go. Idea paying off, I think. Can't tell too well in this light. Well, sort of. I think it is actually going to do its job very well, though. There we go. Uh-oh, gonna sneeze. Nope, not gonna sneeze. That's pain. Okay. That settle in, and then I'll give it its little gold highlight for that side. And there's this side. It's also about to start breaking. Thank you so much. What do I owe you?
Life.
True. Got a free blizzard. Alright, let me quickly put this away into the freezer. I'll be right back. 2 minutes. Alright. Apologies on that note. I'm almost running out of time. God damn it. Alright. This will probably have to be a work in progress then. Honestly thought I would get this done faster, not gonna lie. I'm actually surprised it's taken me this long. Now it is trim, so I don't have to go that crazy. Just enough to emphasize. There we go. Alright. I'm unfortunately going to have to call it there, because I need to get to bed soon, and I need to eat something. I think this is the least space I've ever used on the wet palette, but the Picasso is crazy. It's one of my favorite parts of the stream is showing off the Picasso, but we are making good progress there. For the full backpack. Looking good. Alright. I'll be sure to post a work in progress skit for it later. But with that, thank you guys so much for stopping by. It's always a pleasure having you guys here. If you lurk and you haven't decided to follow yet, consider leaving a follow. Lets you know when I'm going live. Lets you know what you guys are interested in, what I'm bringing. And it also helps us reach those goals faster. I got a pretty big goal right now, but I'm just trying to work on gauging myself around everyone. I'm going to be posting a soft schedule on Twitter if you want to check it out, or if you're in the Discord, I'll post it there in the newsletter. And I think I will start doing video games again on Tuesday. I think that'll be a good breakup. And then Thursday and Saturday I'll mostly keep for painting. If you're curious about any of my other projects, check out the Twitter. It's in the social detailing. Lets you know what I've done in the past. You also get to gauge on the improvements over the years. But until then, see you guys next week. You know what? Let's see if we can't find someone to raid a lead. Who else is up? What's up? You can say hi to Red. Playing through his anime team game again. Alright, have a good night, guys.